Okay, so here's the carrots and celery, all processed, ready to go. I turned that heat back up. I had turned it down a little too much. So you can see that the onions are starting to get a little translucent. You can start to see through them. And my garlic is not burning, which is always a good thing. Stir it up a little. You know, if you find some pieces that didn't process, they're kind of icky. I don't like them in there. Take them out. That's another thing. Okay. Starting to look good. All right, let's give that another minute and then we'll add the veggies. Yes?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a little brown on here. It's done, okay? So I'm gonna, add these veggies. I didn't want to cook up a blade there. Wah! Clean off the blade. Yuck. Try that again. Okay. Get all that stuff in the pan. And then we're just going to let all of this saute for a while we get all the sauce ready. And I just I like Cento canned tomatoes. I use the whole plum tomatoes, and then I actually food process them myself. Okay, I like Cento. I don't like anything that's already seasoned.
It's kind of yellow on the screen.
I know, it's okay. It's orange, mixed with a little green, mixed with onions and stuff, so it's probably gonna look a little yellow. Okay, but that's a lot of...
Actually, it is yellow.
It is yellow. But we got ourselves a nice layer of veggies, okay? And we can actually start to season them at this point. Should we just go ahead? Look,
it's really actually orange, not yellow.
Okay, fine. So we can add some pepper. Fresh ground pepper's best. Yeah, whatever. I don't have any. I'm lazy. This pepper will work, okay? Just fine. Toss some pepper in there, a lot of pepper. We want some salt. Now, depending on the tomatoes you use, watch the salt. I'm not a big fan of salt, but of course you need salt, otherwise it tastes disgusting. But if there's a lot of salt in your tomatoes, then put less salt in, okay? Now, I'm gonna add a splash of sugar. And what the sugar does is it brings out the natural sweetness of the vegetables. Oh, I got some crunchy sugar there, huh? Okay, so you don't need a whole lot, just a little bit of sugar, and it's just gonna sweeten up those carrots and that celery a little bit. Okay, natural sweetness of the tomatoes and the onion and all that stuff. All right.
Are we done yet?
Yep, go ahead. You can be done. All right, so we got the tomatoes open. We need to get some of the sauce in the pan, and then we're gonna process the actual tomatoes, okay? We had a little problem there. Oh, see, now I burnt everything. That'll be all right. We had a little problem. Couldn't find the stinking can opener, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch. Don't burn yourself. Okay. Don't want those in there yet. I want to slow down the cooking. Okay, let's get the other one in there. See, when the other person cleans the kitchen, can't find things. The can opener was in some random stinking drawer. It doesn't belong in, right? Ah! All right, this isn't the best way to do this, but whatever, it works, okay? So we want all the juice out. And then I'm gonna process the tomatoes in the food processor and puree them up, okay, so that they're all in itty bitty pieces. I can stir this all up, and we've stopped sauteing, slow down the cooking. And this is gonna be the base for both of my sauces. So I'm gonna wind up dividing this into my two saucepans. And then I'll cook up the meat in here, and I'll toss the meat into one. Okay, all right. Food processor time. Turn it off. Okay, so the 2 pots are going. I added some more in there. I got 1 nice empty can of tomatoes, and I pureed the rest. So now it's messy, okay? Hence the towel on the shoulder, because this is a messy job. So now what I need to do is I need to get all the sauce out of here, and I need to get it into those 2 pots, which means I need to clean the damn ladle. Urgh. All right. Also, another tool that I didn't talk about, it's really great to have a colander that can just sit in your sink for washing veggies. You can see I washed up the carrots and the celery in there. Okay, time to wash the ladle. Okay, ladle's washed. I lost my little videographer. She got a little bored of doing all this. I've got these pans heating up. I got the heat off of this one. So I'm gonna move it over so I don't make too much of a mess. So just go ahead and all right, is it playing? Is it recording?
Yep.
Okay, so I got my last batch of tomatoes over here. They're stuck in the food processor. All right, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put them in here, put the first batch in here. Watch out, don't get too close, okay? See if you can still record it, but I don't want it to splash onto the camera. Okay, this is why I wear an apron with a towel, because it's messy. We got some messy work going on here, okay?
What does my face look like?
You're fine. Okay, look, you're recording nothing. Hey, come back here. All right, so now what we're gonna do, these are nice and full. I'm gonna take these cans, see, because they're messy. Okay, show the messy cans. And we're gonna put a little water in them. And we're gonna get all the tomato goodness. Kind of rinse them out, okay? And then we're gonna get all that tomato, and I'm gonna put it in the pots because we need a little bit of water because that tomato is too thick. And if you're gonna cook with tops on, which I'm not, then you want to do less water. But if you're gonna cook with the tops off, then you can have lots of water in your sauce. And it's all just gonna kind of burn down anyway. The sauce needs to cook for about 4 hours, okay? And I'm making it so early because sauce is always better the next day. So we've got the water. It's all mixed up. I'm gonna add a little bit of nutmeg because I haven't added any. Oh, I need to open that. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a dash of nutmeg to each one. Let's add some fresh parsley and fresh basil. I haven't done this yet. Okay, all right, turn it off. Okay, so there is the parsley and the basil. I put some in each pot. And you can see on top there's a little dash of nutmeg. I'm gonna put in, I need a little more salt in each one, and I'm gonna put a little more pepper in each one, and I'm also gonna put a dash of red pepper. Now depending on who's eating this and how spicy you like things, you know, feel free to liberally dump red pepper in there. I, however, have children who don't like it too spicy, so just a little bit, and the kids will never even know it's in there. Okay, and that's it. And then I'm going to mix it all up, and I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to turn it up to about medium high until it starts boiling, and then I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer for 4 hours. You can see I don't even bother like really chopping the leaves. Okay, it's not worth it. Just mix it all in there.